everyone? I'm Darren Knight, aka Southern Momma, and welcome to the Southern Momma podcast, our first episode. I'm so excited to finally be kicking this thing off. We have a host of celebrities and political figures and everybody in between. But hey, what better way to kick off our first podcast with the original Southern Momma, my mom, Donna Hill, everybody. What's up?
Hey, you did that good, Bubba.
I did that good. I planned it. I laid in bed last night. I was like, how am I going to bring up my first introduction to my podcast?
I know. You're nervous.
Was it good on the scale from 1 and 10? Where was I at?
Oh, baby, you was at least a 7.
See, I was hoping for a 9, but we get, it's our first show. It's our first podcast.
Exactly. We'll get better as we go.
The show's going to be a little different for me in the sense that normally when I'm asking the questions, I don't actually know the answer. I'm somewhat interviewing. This is somewhat of an interview podcast.
You know me and I know you.
Not all of them, though.
Right?
Because earlier, we posted on the fan page some questions that fans want to ask you.
I know you.
I'm excited.
I got you.
You look good.
Well, thank you, Mama. Tried.
We dressed the same.
We did. What can Brown do for us? What can Brown do for you?
When we were talking earlier, I told John, I was like, I got a feeling.
We got ripped jeans.
I told John, I was like, should I change for this? He's like, no, I think it's very Southern of you. And I was like, I got the boots on the outside.
Look, son,
and Mama has got her brown boots on.
I was wearing these shoes whenever you was in high school. The soles are still good.
We got our holy jeans and we got our brown can do for you. Heck,
right.
Mama, our hair even looks alike even.
Behave.
I just wash it and get out of the shower. What all do you have to do to yours?
No, mine does better dirty. If it's like 3 or 4 days dirty,
yeah,
it'll hold something. As you can see, it's just straight. But if it was clean,
yes,
it looked like a.
I feel like as a newer representative of the long hair community, I'm just now learning these tricks. I've only had hair now this long, about 6-7 years.
I know. Mama got to get used to it.
I want to thank you for doing this.
Well, you're welcome.
It really means a lot to me.
Anything from my baby.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it.
Anything from my baby.
You're the best.
I try.
Our next guest you grew up with.
Yeah.
Miss Sheila.
Sheila
Mitchell.
Shitty Sheila. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, but that's her nickname to me.
Why do you call her Shitty Sheila?
Because I had a dream one time.
Mom, that is a terrible nickname for someone. I'm sure this is an inside joke. We got to get Sheila's input on this.
She didn't like it when I told her about that dream, but every time I think of her name, I think of that dream, and that's what I ended up calling her. And anyway, we grew up together, yes.
She's awesome. She came to our last show in Birmingham. She is
back to back.
hilarious.
So, yeah.
And she can probably relate to you a lot of the...
Let's say who Sheila is. Who's her son?
That's what I say. Y'all could probably relate on a lot of things because her son, as a lot of people know, Yellow Wolf.
Yeah, Wayno.
Big guy.
Wayno, Bino.
Before this podcast, I put on the fan page some questions that some of our fans would want to ask you. Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely going to ask Sheila about that.
The nickname?
The nickname, yeah.
Oh, she'll know.
Some nicknames you don't like. You probably didn't like when Mama... I know one of her nicknames for you was Puss. Puss. She'd yell over Kmart. I'd be like, "Hey, Puss, come here. Look at these aprons, Puss."
Darren, I didn't realize that.
Puss, come and look at these pots and pans.
I was about 12, maybe a little younger, whenever I realized what that terminology really meant. Because in my childhood, I was Puss. Puss, come here. Puss, go get that.
It was my nickname.
I was in Kmart, and Mama is yelling out over the clothes. Puss, where you at, Puss? And that's whenever I realized, oh, dear Lord. And I just, them round clothes racks, I just dove in the middle of it.
Yeah. Scared.
No, I didn't want people to know I was Puss.
Yeah. You should say, "Hey, kitty. Come here, kitty."
No, I didn't want my nickname to be Puss no more because I realized Mama's calling for Puss.
Yeah. And it was probably weird, too, people in the shop.
It was embarrassing.
And this older lady's like, "Puss," just randomly screaming out Puss across the...
That was Mama. Mama didn't see nothing wrong with it, but I figured out there was something wrong with
Sheila
that
probably feels the same way about y'all's personal, and you don't call her that in public. You just call her that when it's you and her.
Oh, it's just me and her, and I'll just yell it out to her. And, she's a little bit older than I am, and we'd meet each other at the backyard. There wasn't no fences then, and she would get in a stance, and she'd say, "Donna." Well, my nickname is Bird.
Yeah.
Bird. And I'd run up to her, and I'd jump on her,
Yeah.
Well, I kind of gained a little weight, got a little taller. She stanced up, Bird, and I went running to her.
Knocked her down. Did you squish the shit out of her? Is that where the nickname really come in?
Yeah, she went backwards, and you
can't choose nicknames.
I growed up.
It's either something that happens or it's just a title. No, I'm saying like that's how nicknames start. You know, it's either something happens
Oh.
like that or something just like with me.
Well-
I didn't really like my nickname growing up. I'm gonna be honest.
Slug.
I mean, when I got older.
Slug.
They're talking about this, Mom. It's damaged me a little bit.
Well, no,
Um,
you're not a slug.
Slug.
It's because when you were little, you took your time. I
Yeah.
mean, Darren, you were slow as a snail.
Yeah.
Which Daddy said slug, and
Yeah.
I said yes because you couldn't get in the back seat good enough. It was a car,
He
and
told
you
me
were
that.
big enough to crawl in that back seat easily. But it was like watching time just crawl. You know,
It's
I'm
the
like,
slow go.
son, get in the car.
He told me that when we would go hunting together,
Yes.
that I'd be like a ridge over,
Yeah.
taking my time to get to where they were at,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
dragging my gun across the floor.
You still don't
Or the
get in a
ground.
hurry. How long does it take you to get up out of the bed after you wake up?
My face is still swollen. I'm sure the viewers can probably see my eyes
You
are
didn't
still
answer
swollen.
my question. Takes you about 25 minutes to get up out
No,
of the
today
bed.
it took about 3 hours. I didn't get up to like 11:30.
Okay, see,
I mean,
you're just.
but I don't go to bed till
You're
1:30.
you're a slow feller. You talk fast, but your body's slow.
I don't know if this podcast is gonna work. My producers can hear that. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. She is dragging me through the mud.
Come on with another
I'm loving
question.
it. All right.
Hey, all right. Give
All
it
right,
to me.
so we asked our fan page, what are some questions if they could ask you? Well, this being the first episode and you being the biggest inspiration behind these videos outside of your mom, what did you like spanking kids with the best? Flip-flops, hickory switches, paddles, or the good old trusted hand? Now, again, I know when I was kids, those weren't just the only 4 options, okay? I remember my sister got mad at me one time and threw our Pomeranian across the living room. But if you got the tools necessary, or even if it's not even one of those tools, what was your favorite corporal punishment tool?
My favorite was the paddle.
You had one made.
Your daddy made it.
Thanks, Dad. If you're watching, you've been a real
Yes.
contribution to this.
Yes,
this life
he
of mine.
made it, and it was just right. It would fit your bottom and my hand, and it, and the problem was whenever I'd get mad and ready to use it, one of yous had hit it, so then it made it worse. Now y'all got to help me find it. Of course, y'all just walked around.
I don't know where it's at.
I don't know where it's at. If that didn't happen, then I got the fly swat. I never try to use my hand, only in emergencies, because you get them busted blood vessels,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and then that hurts.
Yeah, child abuse can hurt.
Yeah,
I know that.
well, you know better than that.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just
well,
kidding.
you got it when you needed it.
That's
Let's
right.
just say that. You didn't run out in streets. You never
No.
cussed me. You knew better. You didn't spit on me. I'd slap the piss out of you.
Where did the paddle
No.
go?
Where did the paddle go? I have no idea. Y'all got old enough to where you didn't need a spanking no more. I could just take your car
That Pawpaw,
Yes.
he refinished the paddle. He put like a
Yes.
cherry coat on it.
He did.
He refinished his furniture.
Yeah, because y'all had wrote on it,
Yeah.
enough that I hate Momma and all that stuff.
I don't think we ever said hate.
No, you never did.
Yeah,
You
would have been
knew
killed
better.
for that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you knew your boundaries. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like,
The punishments worked.
yeah, it worked.
I think I deserved every spanking I got. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
there might have been a couple that was in question, but I mean, I get you can't see everything and you don't know everything that's
No.
going on. And I know most of the time I probably got them, but I probably didn't deserve them. It was more Devin. But I mean, we won't talk about that now.
No, you,
You know,
know, you got more than her. No, Devin stood back and watched it. Oh, Darren, you getting it good now.
I remember getting spankings. I remember when we would do something like, and I'm sure everybody can kind of relate to this, you would get into it with your sibling and you wouldn't want that sibling to go and tattletale.
Right.
So with you being a big influence to this character, this Southern Mama character, so what are some situations that you remember from your childhood, right? So outside of raising of me and my siblings,
Right.
some of the situations that kind of happened that really stuck out,
I had 2 older brothers. Okay.
right?
Ricky and Tony. Tony's 3 year older and Ricky's 4 year older. My daddy never spanked me, but Mama, she'd take hold of me. One time, Daddy got mad at me, and of course he didn't spank me. He's told Mama. He said, "Now, Faye, go in there and tear her up." And so Mama got the belt, took me in there my bedroom. She looked at me. She said, "Donna, I can't whoop you because I'm not mad." I'm like, whew. 'Cause Mama could tear me up because Daddy's belt, it was a
Yeah.
wore out one. And I mean, it looked like a snake moving. Yeah, it was just
Right.
right. And so she said, "Okay, I'm gonna hit the bed and
Yeah.
you holler." Okay.
Oh,
I know it. So she'd hit the bed and I'd holler, and everything. And then Mama told me later, she said, I went back in there and your daddy said, "Well, God, I thought you was gonna kill her."
Oh no.
And we played it out a little bit too strong. But my brothers usually used me as the go getter.
Yeah.
As
You were the youngest.
Yes,
Okay.
I was the youngest, and I was the only girl, and all sweet and everything. And
No,
yeah,
no,
I know. And they'd say, "Go ask Mama for some cookies."
Yeah.
Because we'd have to stay outside and play.
I want some milk and cookies.
I want some
Was it
milk
the
and
Bernie
cookies.
Mac?
Yeah.
I love that segment. Oh man.
They looked me up and down. I want some milk and cookies. But yeah, they would send me to go get like milk and could go ask Mama for this.
Yeah.
Mama won't say no to you.
Yeah.
Of course she look
Kind of
at
like
me,
that
she'd say,
spending the night. You would always want to get your friend to go ask if they could spend the night, because if you went and asked I remember you used to do that to us, but like, don't ask if they can spend the night tonight.
That's it. Don't you
Don't
ask.
you ask. But if they came to you, like Doug or Nathan or Jay or one of my friends, if they'd come to you like, Miss Donna, can we
I
spend the
couldn't
night?
turn their little eyes down, but your eyes, I'd look at you like, don't you? You know better.
Come here to me.
We've talked about this.
Told you. I warned you before you got in the car.
Don't make me embarrass you.
You would never do that though. You was always like, "Don't make me embarrass you." And then when you get angry with us, or we had,
It
had to
didn't
get Christian,
matter.
she'd be like, "Y'all, I'm sorry. We're
It
going to
is,
walk
I'm
over here for
sorry,
a minute."
but I
And they
think-
would walk way away, and then they knew what was going on.
I know. Well, that dirty look I'd give you also, or either that squeeze on the arm,
Speaking
Yeah.
about kids and speaking
Okay.
about some of the stuff that you grew up with, so there's something else that's changed with
Uh-oh.
you over time. I've
Oh,
noticed.
gosh. I'm getting nervous now.
You
I'm
should.
starting to eat.
You should. I see.
Okay.
You're reaching.
Whoa, shit. Whoa.
Can we get
Don't.
Band-Aids on the set?
Don't put me on the spot.
I'm not gonna put you on the spot, but
I-
I think it's kind of funny that how you've kind of changed in yourself in the sense that we're talking about kids and this, and you had your own kids and lovey-dovey stuff. Pets. I don't have any kids. My sister has 3, but when we were growing up, you never wanted dogs in the house. I remember we had a Pomeranian. We had to keep out on the porch there, and you never wanted any animals in the house. You bit your tongue with me several times. And let me have the little parakeets, the little finches, all that good stuff. I had chickens in the backyard, but
I'll
it
let
was,
you have a little simple
you
small.
did, and you were nice about it.
The turtle doves, the
Now,
redneck doves.
though, you have yourself 2 dogs in the house, and you was at Petco the other day. What happened at Petco?
Y'all, I tell you, my
I
heart.
couldn't believe this story. When she told me this story the other day, I just wanted to reach to the phone and strangle you a little bit, because I was like,
Because I was so rough.
well, all the times that we wanted to have, like, oh, mommy, please, it's full-blooded.
I
Can we
want
get...
my own dog.
or that we had one time we had 3 labs that came in. Somebody had dumped out, and we could all have our own lab. And she's like, no, get rid of them. You can have them for a week. We got to get rid of the labs.
Got Boots a diaper because he likes to hike.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then I get to the cash register. This girl standing there, young lady, and behind her is a dog just laying there, not doing nothing.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, I know we're not supposed to take them in, but this lady brought it in, said that the neighbor didn't want it no more and left it out in the cold last night. I was like, oh my gosh, Darren.
Did you get this dog, Mother? You didn't.
But I went to
pour
the
yourself
grocery
away.
store. I went to the grocery store, and it just stayed on my mind because
Yeah.
I haven't been to Petco in 4 years since I had to get one of them
Right.
neck things for Boots. And then this dog they've never took in animals. So I'm thinking, God's telling me
Yeah.
that I need this dog. So after I got groceries, I went and I detoured to go to Petco, and I thought, no, I am buying a diaper for a dog. Then I made a detour to go back home. But my heart is just that dog. It was so good. It could have went running through
That's
that
all
whole
great
store.
and wonderful, but let's rewind about 15 years to where you're like, no, you can't have that.
Yeah,
Would it
I
be
could
fair
do,
to
but I
say-
ain't raising dogs at the same
What
time.
changed, though?
I
Something
ain't doing
changed.
dogs and kids at the same time. No.
What changed? Would it be fair to
I
say...
don't have any children anymore.
I think you're full of shit. And
I don't have any children anymore, so I'm going with dogs.
I think that what changed your mind about the dogs in the house was when you house sitted for me.
Yes, and we missed
dog
your dogs.
sitted, yeah.
We missed them horses running around.
See?
We would have them.
I brought this love of animals into this creature. I made this.
Plus, I'm older. I gotta have something to fuss at.
Something to clean up after.
Don't pee on my couch, So I got him a diaper.
I got
But I
you.
gotta have something to fuss at.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, Chuck's not enough.
I was about to say, Chuck, Chuck,
he
I go to the house over there, and Chuck bless his heart, he is constantly taking. Hey,
Yeah,
Chuck, pick that up. Chuck, what are you doing? Chuck, don't
I
bring shit in
know
for
it.
Chuck.
Golly.
Chuck.
I know it. Damn it, Randy.
Now, to those that don't know, Chuck is my stepdad. Chuck's over here in the studio with us, and he's hanging out. The married life. Now, you live in Southside where we was born and raised, and people have asked
I
me,
can't leave home.
your mom's last name is different. I'm like, I know. She's healed now. She got remarried And that's not uncommon these days.
I'm on my third one. I think.
I was about to say, you're friendly.
Well, no, one thing about it, son, I was committed.
You've had 4 last
8
names.
years, 14 years, and now we're just about on 14 years. Been married all my
Your
life.
time's about to expire,
but,
Chuck. You know
yes,
that? You're expired.
Time's about to expire, but, he's figured that one out. It's about time
Mom,
to trade in
you're
for a
terrible.
new model.
Terrible. All right,
No,
so
I know.
you
I
was
love
a-
my Chuckaroo.
your maiden name was you were Edwards, and then you were a
Edwards,
Knight.
Blanton.
Blanton.
Hill.
What's next? Come on.
Let's stop
Shoot
that.
for the stars.
Ask me a question.
That's why her last name is
one.
Hill.
I can't train another one. I'm starting to mellow out. I'm getting dogs in the house.
Yeah.
I don't
You're gonna
fuss
turn
if
into
he
the-
leaves the seat up.
Yeah. You're going to turn into the crazy cat lady except with dogs.
Probably so, because I near about picked that little feller up day
Yeah.
before yesterday.
You lost your mom, my grandmother, my mama,
My
which
soul.
I said was
My soul.
60% of, the inspiration behind the character. You were the other 40% about this other mama because, mama was just a little bit more animated. She was wild. She was crazy. I'm not trying to dull the mood or nothing like that. We should celebrate her life. What an awesome woman she was. Now, she left behind. We lost her, what was it, April of year before last? Was it 18?
April the 6th will be 2 years.
Now, you're watching over, you got your own household. You're watching over your grandchildren, my 3 nieces, Alexis, Aaliyah, and Adeline.
Yes.
You're helping, you're cooking there at the house with Chuck now. You're taking care of Pawpaw and Derek.
Yes.
Derek is my cousin. Your plate is full. I know you're big on thrift stores like I am.
Thrift stores reminds me of being at a casino. You know how if anybody ain't been to a casino, you can set a little quarter machine
Yeah.
all day long, and your mind is just what's going to roll up.
Right. Just simple.
And thrift stores is that way. I like going and looking for something
Yeah.
unique. It's like whatever you see, maybe that somebody might come to mind.
Right.
Now, I hate shopping for myself.
Why is that?
I can't stand it. Now, I like shopping for shoes because they're already broke in. I can't stand new shoes.
Yeah.
No. Somebody's already broken in. Done got
The thrift store will ruin you.
Yes.
Because you'll go in there and
I'm
you'll
not
spend.
going to pay $50 for a shirt somewhere.
Right. Yep.
No, you're not worth my money.
When you pay $20 and you leave with like 3 bags of stuff and half those things still have tags on them, it's hard to go to
I
Dillard's or
spent
wherever.
$46 and I can't
Right,
hardly put it
yeah,
across my back.
yeah.
So yes, I am that way, and I find my grandbaby something, and that's my outlet. Now I don't make plans because something always happens.
Yeah.
I never make plans.
Yeah.
If it's Jody made these plans, you made these plans for today.
Mm.
But I don't make plans.
Do you feel like sometimes your schedule is already kind of planned out for you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I never make plans. I wait for somebody to tell me what to do.
I think that's the way with a lot of people these days.
Tell me what to do, and I'm there for you.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think people with kids and other people out there that are having to watch over other adults or people with 9 to 5s. Sometimes I feel like we get so caught up in life that it feels
Yeah.
like our life is already kind of laid out for us to kind of follow. So, what are some things that you like doing your spontaneous time outside of thrift stores? Now, I know a minute ago. Now, I do want to take a trip to Gatlinburg with you. I want to set that up.
Oh, I want to do
I
that.
think that'd be fun.
Oh, I haven't been in quite
But
a
when
while.
we're not in Gatlinburg or we're not at the beach and we're not getting to do pulling the slot machines,
Son, I ain't been in a restaurant in a year.
we got to fix that. I've been on the road a lot. We've been working, but we're gonna fix that. And when
I cook
COVID's had things shut
Every
down.
day, I
Come.
cook. Every day. Every day, I cook for me, Chuck, Daddy, and Derek. Every day.
When you're home and you're not cooking and cleaning and stuff, you're on the phone. You talked about before we started filming. There was a show that you like to watch. What is the deal with the makeup and the murder? What are we talking about?
I wish I could remember the girl's name. I can't remember her name, but she was.
This is a podcast.
Okay. I don't know. She puts her makeup on at the same time as she's talking about murders.
Okay.
It could be a house full of people, or it could
What
be
is that?
just
Are y'all seeing? Are y'all?
a
seeing
couple
this?
of.
We got our tech team on it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
Y'all
official.
look it up.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she'll put her makeup on and not skip a beat. And she's telling, and I don't think she's reading nothing either. I mean, she's looking right into the thing, I get confused sometimes. I'm watching her put makeup on.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to pay attention to that because I can't put makeup on.
Yeah, you
right.
can.
Okay.
You can
But-
do makeup good, Mom. You're like a movie star right now. You're like a movie star
Well,
right now.
thank you, baby. I
You do.
appreciate that.
You do.
Woo. All
You're
right.
welcome.
So anyway.
There you go. Boom.
Boom.
Splash it
But
on it.
She's telling this story. She's telling the people's names. She's telling where they live. And all these are true stories.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're listening to the story, but yet I'm trying to pay attention to what she's doing to her makeup. And hell, sometimes I miss some of her story while I'm watching her do the makeup. And then
You're getting a double
I can't
whammy.
chewing gum and walk at the same time. Okay.
Right.
So, but I love watching her. She
Yeah.
is good. And when she gets through with her makeup,
Looks good.
the Gunsmoke can be on, and I'm watching her. you know.
Gunsmoke.
Yeah. Oh, I love Matt Dillon. My
Do you?
favorite on Gunsmoke is the doc.
Is that your favorite show? What's your favorite show?
Right now, it's Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
That's an older show. It's an older program.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, the stuff that's on the TV now, it's all.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
like it.
either.
They're trying too hard.
They are.
Everybody's telling them what to do, and they're over here doing it.
That's right.
Now, that has no. I like stuff like fried green tomatoes, steel magnolias.
Good movies.
Yeah, I don't like all this other
Yeah.
computer stuff.
Yeah.
And that's like Gunsmoke or anything John Wayne was in. It was real cattle.
Right.
They
Yeah.
had to get a lot of cows to make that movie.
Yeah. A lot of cows, a lot of
it ain't-
guns.
I love Andy Griffith.
You do
Oh,
like it.
yeah, come on. Kelsey's Woods, Kelsey's Creek, and Kelsey's Farm.
Was it ain't be just call
Just
a man?
call a man. She didn't want to buy that new freezer. She was saving money. Sounds like me.
I love
I'm
it.
gonna buy half a beef with a bad freezer.
Yes.
And
I
them
love that
dogs
show.
following that wagon.
Yeah. Oh.
They smelt the meat.
Oh yeah. I remember that. He was going down the sidewalk.
You tell Andy Griffith. I've watched every episode probably about 10 times.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Now, what is your favorite?
I don't really watch a lot of TV. I mean, I'm kind of like
No, you
Jody.
don't,
We'll
do
watch,
you?
yeah, at nighttime I like to watch a movie or a couple movies, and then, I'm out. But during the day, I'm playing with chickens. I don't know, I guess I really,
When you was a kid,
yeah.
you liked, I'm going to bust you out on this
All right,
one.
what's that?
Okay, y'all, is that my camera right there?
I think
Right
it is.
there?
That one's, yeah,
Okay.
that one's looking right at you.
This little feller, I tell him to go in there, get into bed because it's time to go to school. South Park came on at 10 o'clock every night.
Yep.
And I didn't agree with him watching South Park because,
South Park was a good show.
no, not for a little feller like you.
I just
No,
didn't like it when they
you were
talked about
about 8
Jesus.
or 9 year old. Right.
But Jesus would always win. That was always my argument to you, and you'd be like, I don't care. Man,
What was one of the
blasphemous.
name of the characters? One of them was
This Cartman.
Doo-doo or something.
Oh, Mr. Hanky. You're talking
Oh.
about Mr. Hanky. Yeah, Mr.
And
Hanky.
who was Mr. Hanky?
Hanky, the Christmas tree, playlist me, I love you.
Anyway, he would cut it down real low, and I'd have him in the bed by
Yeah.
at least 8:30 or 9.
Yeah.
So you get up in the mornings,
Yeah.
which was a task. But it was hard. But and then I would ease your door open, never allowed to lock the door in case something happened to him. If the door was locked, you got his butt tore up. But I'd ease it open, and there was South Park,
Here's a pen, here's a pen, I love you.
Oh, he'd get in
Or how
trouble
about
then.
Towley?
Who?
Towley. You remember Towley was it was the towel that was always,
South Park.
Yes.
I never watched
You
it
never
that
got
much.
to see Towley.
No, I just kept you off of it. I
Yeah.
tried to anyway because I didn't like
I
that.
did when I was
I
younger.
didn't like
South
that
Park.
influence on you because they would cuss too.
I did.
They did, and I was like, Darren, you don't need to be watching that. And you defied me. So
If I watch a show, I kind of just binge watch them now. Binge watching is another term that they use now. It's
what
when
you just sit all day and watch the same thing?
Well, pretty much. Instead of having to wait for the episode to come out next week,
You're spoiled.
well, it's on Netflix, so
No,
you can binge
no,
watch now. A
no,
lot of people do
no.
that now.
No, people used to have to wait for Monday night.
Yeah.
And then the next Monday night, oh boy, we got something to watch. But now you're spoiled.
Yeah. There's a lot
fun
of
in
people like this sport now, though.
No.
Yeah.
The anticipation. Where's the anticipation? We got something to watch tonight.
You
Let's
have
fi-
no room to
let's
talk.
fix the
You binge
popcorn.
watch Christmas movies. You
That's
binge watch
different
them.
than watching the same CSI. No, that's
No, it's like a
different.
movie that never ends. Well, it ends after like a couple seasons, but it just keeps. I mean, I like to watch it. I did watch The Walking Dead. That was before
Now,
we
see,
had
that
the,
was something to look forward to every Thursday night.
Yeah.
All right, we go. Get ready. We're
But
going
it's
to watch the
we live in a fast-paced world now.
That's
we want
what
our
I'm saying.
food
You're
fast.
spoiled.
We want our food
There you go.
fast. We want this fast. We want that fast. And so when we watch a show, you know what? If it's already come out, let me watch all of them right now.
That's right. And you know what? The repeats the second part of that movie.
Mhm.
Jaws 1, Jaws 2,
Yeah.
Jaws 3, Jaws 4. It gets worse and worse and worse. They cannot do as well as
You're talking about
the first
Jaws?
one. Jaws,
Mm.
Jurassic Park, any kind of sequel movies. You
That
can't-
was in your day.
You cannot talk. Well, yeah.
Did you like Jaws?
Oh, Darren, Mama never took us to the movies because we couldn't afford it. But this was a blockbuster.
Jaws is still scary.
Yeah, your niece Aaliyah.
Jaws is still scary. I mean, that was before its time back in.
Wait a minute.
yeah.
See, I set Devin up. Aaliyah, before they went to Panama City
Yeah.
this past summer, she loves to watch Jaws, and I let her watch 1 and 2 where they took
Before
down
they
the
went-
helicopter. Oh, she went
Oh
getting down
my
the water.
God. I bet they were like, "Thanks for that, Mom."
Devin was like, "Mama, why don't you let her watch this?" She was 6. So
Yeah.
close to my age when I watched it.
You're just handing down that family tradition of terrifying situations.
When they went to Panama City, Leah
What
was
a good
like,
influence this one here.
Leah was like, "I don't want to get in the water, Mama."
Oh, God.
I set her up. I'm sorry I did that. That's the devil in me.
That was
But
fun,
it was
though.
good. I mean, I
You
know.
kept her safe from all the creatures of the sea.
Exactly. Jellyfish didn't get her at all. she was a sand baby.
What was your favorite movie growing up?
That would be Jaws.
That was your favorite one. I know for a fact that there was 2 big movies, The Wizard of Oz and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, came out when you were younger.
Yes.
You're going to tell me that those 2 rank lower than Jaws?
I was
Spill the beans,
I
Mother,
had
and
Jaws
spill it
on
now.
I had Jaws on my mind. So I can't just switch like that. I think Wizard of Oz had been out before my time, but I loved that movie.
Yeah.
But Willy Wonka, I remember we was at Uncle Ray's. Me and Ricky and Tony was like, "Mom and Daddy, let's go home. Let's go home." Willy Wonka comes on at 7.
Yeah.
And they was like, Willy Wonka. But we missed it. And it was like years before I ever got to see it.
Right.
You know, and we didn't have nothing but a black and white TV. We didn't get to see all the colors.
Right.
But whenever I did finally see it, oh, I loved it. I loved it.
So you're
And what I like about it is they're all the munchkins. So you could say that's the reason why I like Wizard of Oz. That's munchkins.
Yeah.
You know, the munchkins. So I like little people.
That was the seller for you, was the munchkins
The
in the movie.
munchkins, yes. Yeah. And plus the mean kids got payback.
Yeah.
And the good kid, he got it all. See?
I think that was a common favorite part of the movie for everybody. But I just find it ironic that your favorite part was the Oompa Loompas, I believe is
The
what they were
Oompa
called.
Loompas, yes. Yeah, because their songs that they sing, if you listen to them, they're telling you a message.
It's
in
hard to take you serious right now. I mean, I know.
I'm serious.
I feel
about
like I'd be
my Oompa
laughing.
Loompas.
I feel like I'd be laughing like this with any guest
Yeah.
saying that answer for that being the
Dippity-dee, I got another riddle for you.
Keep it. Come on, let's keep it. Can you do the whole one? Can you do the song?
No. No, my brain don't reach out that far. But they do tell you a good.
You married
something.
this. You chose this one out of all the other ones. I got to get personal here. Is there sometimes when you and Chuck are home and you're about to be intimate, do you ask him to walk around on his knees and paint himself purple?
Now I tell him it tickles.
You just look a bird eat it, baby. Just look a bird eat it.
It tickles.
I bet we get a PG-13 rating on this.
No, I say golly.
Oh, we gotta do this
don't,
again?
Don't tickle me.
No. You're terrible, Mom.
I am. I know.
He has needs too. You got to get in there and get it. Go on there.
He gets his special attention.
Y'all, what do you call it? Your special time? Is that what you're talking? It's weird for me to talk to you about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
it's
kinda
kind of
wanna-
weird me talking to you about this.
we're about to spiral it, but I gotta know
What's another question?
What's it? Well, we'll get to that. What is tickle time called? Every couple has one. I gotta know. I gotta know what my mom's special time's called. I mean, no one calls it. Hey, you want to do that sex time again? Everyone has a name for it.
Well,
Date night. That's a clean. Okay, that's
yeah,
fine. I can deal with that.
Date night. Yeah.
Thank God that's what it is.
Well,
Because man,
I
I was
like,
I was
do I talk
digging-
about him standing in the hallway, or do I talk about?
Oh, God.
I mean,
standing in the hallway.
yeah. Come on.
Chuck, is that how you propose? It's date night. Is you just stand there naked in the hallway?
No. We'll have steaks or we'll have plan something, or we'll pick out a movie.
Yeah,
But then sometimes he's standing in the hallway and he's like,
sure.
Come on.
Let's go. Let's get in there.
jump to it.
Let's hop to it. So you know that it's going down when you either hear the
It scares me
floorboards.
sometimes when I watch him walk up and down that hallway.
Is he
I
gonna,
gotta go cook.
is he gonna come out naked? What's
Let
gonna
me go
happen?
unload the dishwasher.
log on the fire, and I'm about to urinate on myself. This has been one of the
You know what
funnest.
I've always told you? What have I always told you about playing in the fire?
That you'll pee in the bed if you play with fire.
That's
I'm
right,
not
because
playing
you
with it. I'm
dream
just
about it. You dream about it, and you're like, I got to put this fire out.
Mom, I've never grabbed my
I
penis
have.
and went like that
In the
before.
snow?
Never.
Well, what snow we have had, but
We don't
never.
have.
Well, you're not normal, son.
No, I've never grabbed
You're
my
supposed
Peter
to
and
try
been
to
like,
draw
well,
art
yeah,
with it.
I've done
Well,
that. I've
okay,
just never
then.
done the sound effect with it.
Oh, well, you don't have to. You
feel
got
like
the
I
real
kinda-
thing. You got the real thing.
I feel like I kind of cut myself short by not using the sound effect now.
Really.
Next time I pee in the snow, I'll hold it like a pen and I'll.
Oh, well, that'll be. Well, I don't know.
Is that what you would do if you had one? You would make
I
sound effects.
would. Yes.
If you had a penis
Oh shit.
and you woke up in the morning and your penis could make any sound at all when you woke up, what sound would you want your penis to make when you woke up in the morning?
Okay, and everybody. Okay, so someone else could hear this, right?
It could
And
be.
it'd be like a transfer. I mean, like a dump truck. Whenever it backs up, when heavy machinery backs up, beep, 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 beep. That's what I would do.
That's what the sound that you would want your penis to make when you woke up.
Yeah,
in the
that
morning?
way people will think the garbage truck or something's running by or backing up or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
maybe
like every
beep,
time you got
beep.
an erection,
Oh.
you would want your penis to go.
No,
beep,
no,
beep,
no,
beep,
no,
beep.
no. Mine would sing a song, not no noise. It'd be like swing low, sweet chariot. Mine would make a song, yeah, not a noise. It would.
We gotta talk about something. Mom,
sorry.
I think we gotta
I
end
ain't
this
got no
podcast.
penis, and I ain't never gonna
I
happen.
just thought it would
It's
be
just a
a
sound.
wild question to ask you
Okay.
and kind of put you on the spot, but it didn't put you on the spot. Instead, you literally ran with it. And you,
A song, not no noise.
out of all songs, Mom, that is. I love you. You know that? I think it's easy to see where I got this
adore
sense of humor
you.
from.
You are my life.
I'm never going to
You
hear
are
that
my
song
blood.
and think the same thing ever again.
No.
Good song, though.
It
and wonderful
is.
meanings.
It
Wonderful
is.
meanings.
It is.
I'm frantically looking at my
Yeah,
notes,
because,
and there's
you know,
nothing that can compare to what we just
Swing
did.
low.
So we got some messages from some friends that they wanted to know, like, where some of the Southern slang comes from, the hey, hon, and all that stuff. I got answers to it, but it's not about me. This podcast is about you. What is your answer to that?
If I need something like at a restaurant,
Yeah.
or which I haven't been in a long time, but instead of saying "Hey you" or
Hey,
you know,
hon.
or-
Yep.
nobody wants to be snapped at. You ain't no dog. It's "Hey hon, can you bring me some mustard or
Right.
something?" Or "Sweetie, I appreciate that."
What does cut them eyes to me mean?
Cut them eyes. Okay, cut them eyes. It means I'll get on to you, and you don't like it. You don't like it at all. Instead of cussing me out or sticking your tongue at me, you cut them eyes at me.
Yeah. You're just looking. It's
It's
a smart way of just
you
kinda,
got them evil eyes. You got mean looking in you.
Yeah.
And you cut them at me and look at me. You look at me mean because I'm fixing to tear you up. You look at me
Act
that
of
way.
disrespect and look like that would be grounds for a quick slap in the face.
No, I never slapped you in the face, but I did take care of your shoulders. Whenever I needed to, just.
At our last show that we did in Texas, she said, we hear you talk a lot about the corporal punishment and how we need to get back to some of those things. And I agree, whatever.
Yeah.
But where do you stand on love? And I thought that was a really great question because
Love.
with our particular segments and our videos,
Yeah.
we do talk about the more funnier parts, the
Yeah.
more, punishment parts, parts that we all have to deal with, that we rattle our brain. We make light of difficult situations because that's what we do in our videos. But
Okay.
thought it was a really good question. I thought it was really cool because, and she
Alright.
said, where does love stand in this? I want to give my answer, but I want you to answer this.
Okay, all right. Opposed to me tearing you up when you do something wrong, love is me cooking your favorite meal,
Sure.
me putting you in the kitchen and helping me, of course, kissing you every night, good night, and taking you to bed until you got big enough that you didn't need that, is going and buying you a new pair of shoes and have them waiting on your bed when you come in from school. Just little things that mamas knows
You
to
hit the
do.
nail on the head. I told her, I said, you know what, the stuff that the punishment things that we all can relate to and talk about that I feel like a lot of families need to get back to. I feel
Yeah.
like we let our kids run the households. I mean, we've got people out there that their kids are telling them what to do when they're ready to do it. You know, and the parents are, you know, paying all this money for all these things,
No.
and they're letting the children a lot of times make the executive decisions on the family. But my answer to her was, you know, the punishment and all the spankings and all that stuff that we talk about that we need to get back to me, that is only like 5% of the relationship. The other 95% is that love. You know, that without you know that there, or without the love, there is no reason for that. A lot of that is love. You correct your children because that is love. Children hunger that guidance. I would think that you would agree.
I never got you a pair of shoes until you needed a pair. But you know, it wasn't something that I would use against you either. I'd be like, baby, you know, there's your shoes only if you needed it. But to say you went to the store and it's like, Mama, God, look at these, you know, I'm like, no, you don't need them.
Yeah.
You know, you got stuff when you needed it, you got it when you deserved it. And a part of the love is, you know, yours is chickens.
Sure.
And we lived in a residential area.
Yeah.
And you had chickens.
Mhm.
Luckily, the neighbors never did pitch a fit. Okay, the love that night that you got home and you went to get it was dark, and you went to get the eggs. I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry.
You went to get the eggs out of your boxes, your
Yeah.
nest boxes, and there was a big old chicken snake.
I
You
remember
come
that.
running in, and you was crying, and Mama, there's a big old snake in the chicken box, and so I called my daddy. I called your papa, and you know, they, of course, him being the grandparent that he was, there ain't no snake going to, you know, get in my grandson's chicken box.
Right.
So there he comes over at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and he goes out there and gets that chicken snake out of that box.
Yeah, he
You know,
did.
Poor pitiful chicken snake.
He
Because
did.
it didn't last. It didn't last once Daddy got a hold of it.
He did come over there.
But when you come in crying and your passion of that, you know, it still makes me want to tear up. I don't know. That's just part of you being my baby. I'm gonna tear up there.
I love it. Don't you tear
should-
up?
You should have
I
done
agree
this.
with you completely. There's a difference in getting materialistic things versus whether needing and wanting, and then the punishment part. But the love is so much deeper. That love is protecting the things that we hold.
Okay,
our hearts.
I've got to say this. I didn't have spoilt children, and there was a time that I was having it hard, being single, and you know, at these grocery stores or wherever, they've got these just aisles of candy right there where you check out.
Yeah.
And I got Devin in the buggy, and you're standing there. You're about 3.5, 4 year old, and you get a little piece of candy. Mama, can I have this? I bent down to you, baby. I said, Mama don't have the money.
Yeah.
Mama don't have the money, but Mama will get you some when I can. You know what you did?
No.
You put it back on the shelf and you said, that's okay, Mama. Now, you tell me how proud I was of that 4 year old and how bad I felt that I didn't have the money. You know, I was getting groceries, and that's, you know, I had I had added it up to what I could get, what I could afford, and you know, I couldn't get that candy.
Well, you know, sometimes life throws us situations that it wouldn't have mattered if you had $1 million in your purse. I think that, you know, your guidance to us and your teachings to us brought that out. And I think that has a lot to do with when you go shopping now and you don't ever hardly buy anything for yourself, but you've got me a pile of things waiting, from everything from the mall to the local thrift stores. And we appreciate it. And your love it runs deep, and it reflects that. And the Lord has been good to us throughout our life, and with your raising to us. And I had a great childhood. We really did. Me and all my siblings and my cousins, we all had a wonderful, wonderful childhood. If we were lacking of anything, I never knew about it. And those blessings has been 10 times fold now from the Lord. So
I'm so proud of you.
You raised us right, and it's reflected
so
well.
proud of you, son.
This has been, I really hope that this sets the stage for every podcast going forward. I found myself able to talk to perfect strangers better than I can sometimes my own family members.
I know.
And I think a lot of people can relate
Yes.
to that. And I wanted to make this professional. I wanted to just be fun. And your attitude and your spontaneity and your spunk has made this so fun, Mom. You really have. This has been really awesome.
I love
and
you,
I can't thank you enough for coming down. And me and mine and everybody with Bang Productions, from our producers, all the, cameramen, everybody involved, they've put in so much hard work. And I thank them so much for their hard work that they've done and put into this, and the timing, and of John getting everything set up, and you taking time out of your day to come down here to this.
Hey,
It
Mama
means
don't
the most.
mind. This looks professional.
Hey, we're trying.
We got,
we got floating wooden signs.
We got a mic right here.
Hey,
you
look,
know.
look at these microphones.
I know.
Look at this. Look at this. We just look at this.
Look at my teeth.
Look at you,
And I fancy.
you ain't even drank any of your tea.
I know. I've been talking too much.
Is it good? Try it. I made
it's
it
good.
myself.
It's day-old tea.
It's 2 days old tea. It's even better.
Day-old.
Cheers. Cheers to podcast of sweet tea in the South, honey.
Day-old tea gets sweeter.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Darren, a.k.a. Southern Mama. Stay tuned for the next podcast. From me to you, much love. God bless. Y'all don't forget to feed them chickens and tell your mama and them we said, hey.
Hey.
You were great. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're precious. You got me crying.
Don't you?